Oh.
Hello and welcome back to What Now? For today's episode, we have a very special guest, Jetchen, the coolest person I know. You're welcome. As you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube and not listening on Spotify at What Now, you might be wondering, why are we in this kitchen?
Yeah.
Well, Jetchen, how do you tell them?
Why don't I tell them? So we are making a smoothie. Why are you laughing? Because it's a very hot day.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Which is very nice.
But we have to take care of
ourselves. Which brings us to today's topic.
Self-care.
We're going to prep these little smoothies for our self-care podcast because that's the self-care we're doing on this very hot day. So I'm going to do that real quick and you guys are just going to vibe with us while we do that.
Okay.
See, like some of the...
Next we have blueberries.
Then
we put it in here and we give it a nice little rinse. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to speak loud. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm so glad. You're a natural.
So blueberries are washed.
First, water.
Water.
I think so.
And
are
you sure?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you sure you have to put water first?
Yeah.
I always put water last.
Oh.
In mine.
I didn't for it. That was my shoe.
She did. Don't blame your shoe like that. I'll put the blueberries in.
Here. You know what I like doing with these mics?
Yeah.
ASMR. Like this is grapes going into the blender ASMR. Before it.
Ta-da!
Smoothie.
Magic.
Okay.
It's pretty fast. Guess what color it is? Pink! Can you tell? Our favorite color is pink.
Taste test. 1, 2, 3.
Cheers.
It's okay. I don't think those bananas are good. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's about self-care. It's very
refreshing, actually.
In the bowl.
We'll see you outside.
Let's go outside.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us outside now with our smoothies because self-care. Today, Jetchen and I wanted to talk about self-care because, as you know, we are graduating. Jetchen is also a senior. We're graduating in 2 weeks, and it's a very chaotic time in our lives. So I figured it would be good to do a little episode about self-care so that we can all, learn from one another how we make ourselves feel better and feel more grounded when times are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about our the things that we are doing ourselves to take care of ourselves. Honestly, not intentionally, but I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I am doing some stuff that I'm not even realizing.
Yeah.
To
me too.
Take care of ourselves and kind of deal with what is happening.
Yeah, because it's a lot. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And if you feel shitty right now and you're a senior, that's totally normal. Or if you're tired or burnt out.
We're with you.
Or if you just are super happy one day and then you're crying the next, that's right there with you. So pretty much, Jetchen has a little surprise for us this episode. She didn't tell me what she's gonna ask me, but she told me to give us paper and markers. So
yeah, I just wanted to make it authentic. I'm doing this.
She
for you guys.
She's a real one. So okay, take it away, Jetchen. What is this activity we're doing?
So I want you guys. You guys can also reflect on this while I say this question, or even write it down if you want. But yeah, the first question I wanted to ask Gabby: what is the biggest / best thing that you have done? Why are you laughing?
I don't know. Sorry.
Gabby just laughs at everything.
Okay.
Let me restart. What is the biggest / best thing
I'm not laughing
you've done for your mental health / self-care?
The best thing I've done?
Best, it doesn't have to be best, but also like best or biggest.
Is it right now or in my life?
In your life.
Okay. Oh, wait, I'm writing like a lot.
Really?
Oh, wait, should it be small?
Up to you.
Okay, hold on. All right.
Part of the reason that I did this was also I thought it would be interesting if we come up with the same answer. So, yeah, that's what I thought. But it seems like it's not gonna be the same answer. Ready? 1,
2, 3. Okay, yeah, that's like mine too.
Yeah.
But I wrote it out a bit.
Yeah. Wait, can they see? They can see, right?
So what did you write?
Mine's just very short. Like I said, therapy.
Yeah, and I said educating myself and seeking help. Same thing.
Yes.
Because when I say educating myself, I mean like through professional help.
Yeah.
To learn about my mental health and how to take care of it. Yeah.
So yeah, she's just basically describing what therapy is.
So basically, therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, can I do this?
Yeah.
Right backwards? Am I doing it? Am I doing it? Am I doing it?
Okay.
I tried.
I think you got it right, actually. That's pretty impressive.
So, theme that we're talking about then in self-care is
emotional self-care. We'll have 2 subtopics under emotional health self-care, I guess, because one is like personal, other would be social. Personal is more about like yourself, but social could be like you and like this one other person, your friends, your family, you know? I wrote therapy because, first of all, I think like I don't know if it's the best thing I've done because therapy is not for everyone.
No, yeah.
And this is like something new for me too, I think. I've only been going to therapy like kind of on and off since junior year, so like last year. I think that's like the biggest thing I've done. Like
to help you.
To like, yeah, really like be super, take initiative and like be proactive about my mental health and go seek help, you know, which I didn't do for a long time. Like I was just, you know, so that's why I don't know if it's the best thing yet because I'm still learning a lot about therapy and I don't know. I don't think I have a full picture of like how therapy works with me and works for me, but that's what I wrote this. Do you want to talk a little bit about yours?
So I wrote educating myself and seeking help, and like I told Dutchin, it's like going to therapy.
Yeah.
And when I say educating myself, I've gone to therapy a lot in my life.
Yeah.
But you know, there are obviously like moments in your life where you don't want to share everything.
Yeah.
And it took me a really long time to get comfortable to share like everything that I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then once I did, and I learned, you know, why my brain was working this way and doing this, I was literally like learning about my mental health. And so I educate myself on it, and then I basically, the seeking help part is just like coming face with like your problems. Is that what you say? Like, yeah, and like being vulnerable is really scary.
Yeah.
Like I hated it. But it was one of those moments in my life where I was like, I had to do it because I knew that like the only way out is through. Do it scared, but do it, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's what therapy does for me. I think like
Yeah.
talking with a professional, learning what I'm going through, why my brain works this way, and how I can help myself.
No, yeah, totally. I think, I mean, there obviously everything that we experience in psychology, we say is biopsychosocial model, right?
Psych
So that's
major.
like,
Just forgot to say that.
You'll keep learning about me throughout this podcast. So there's a biological component, there's a psychological component, there's also like the environment you are in. So yeah, it's like sometimes it helps to like think about, oh my gosh, it's not like my fault because like you're biologically more susceptible, you know?
Yes.
Because of things happening in your body.
Yeah.
And the environment you're in is triggering you, you know? Things like that. If you haven't tried therapy, maybe give it a shot.
Go try therapy.
You may not love it, but at least give it a try.
It takes a second to find the right person. So don't be hard on yourself if like you find a therapist and it's not going too hot. Like it takes a second.
Literally, I say like finding a therapist is like dating.
No, that's what my therapist said that I have right now. Okay. Yeah, I think she said it's like dating because you're like trying to figure out what works. Yeah.
So yeah, try out different things. Take care of your mental health. Therapy is there. I think it's worth it to try out. Oh my gosh, you finished that already?
Yeah, I want more.
Okay, I'm not judging you.
It was kind of good.
Gotta take care of ourselves.
Yeah, gotta take care of ourselves.
So the next question is actually
you have another question? Oh, wow.
Going into the topic, what is your number one self-care tip for graduating seniors right now.
Okay.
Ready?
1,
Okay.
2, 3. She said cry.
Please cry. Oh, we are all humans and we all have emotions, right?
Uh-huh.
Men too. They do.
Yeah.
Believe me or
Guys,
not.
cry.
Please cry.
And when I say guys, I actually mean like guys. Like not like guys.
Cry.
Okay.
You're supposed to chant
let's
this
not
with me.
scare them.
Cry. I honestly cried like 2 times already this week, and it felt so good. Like both the times. At first, I was like, I don't know if it felt kind of like weird to be upset about. It was something small.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt weird to be upset about that. But then I was like feeling upset still. So I was like, okay, like I need to cry. You know? I cried, and after I felt so good. And the other time I cried was like a good emotion. Like it was like saying goodbye to people, and it just felt sad. You know, I'm like reading the card. They made me a card, and I was like reading the cards, and I was like, oh, I was more emotional than I thought. So I cried.
Mm-hmm.
So both of these, like one of them were like a good cry, like isn't like for a good reason, if that makes sense. Like this other one was like more of like kind of like being upset and sad cry, but both of them felt really good. You know, so I think because if I wouldn't have like cried, I think it would have manifested in other ways. Like if you suppress your emotions in general, I think it could like, you know, there's many ways it can manifest. Like you'll be irritated by like small things, like mood swings, things like that. Like there's so many different ways it can show up. So I think it's really important to feel the emotions and let it out. Yeah. So that's
I 1,000% agree. Well, you know the podcast episode I did, and I was like, I had a breakdown in my car.
Yeah.
And I said in the episode, I was like, I like played my sad music, and I was just crying and driving, and like it's so dramatic, but it felt so good.
Yeah, right?
It felt so good.
So good.
You gotta like let it out. Yeah. And then I cried again the week after because I was at my friend's. My friend was having their last performance, and I got so emo after, and I was like, why am I so emo? And I came home, and my parents were like, are you gonna cry like every single week because you're graduating? And I was like, okay, like, but
yeah, this is what I mean before, like graduating seniors especially, like we're going through a lot of emotions right now, like a lot, and a lot of them is like saying goodbye to people that you know, even if it's not like not like your best friend you're saying goodbye to. There's so many little aspects of your life that you're leaving behind, you know, that you're like this character that you had in your life is like no longer there, you know, like you're just saying bye to this.
It's sad.
So yeah, and all of them had played some role in your life in some way during your college life. So it's like just kind of sad, especially for people like leaving the state, leaving the country, you know.
Okay, she wants me to cry right now.
Cry.
You're making me sad now.
Cry.
No, you're so right. I wrote alone time. That's my number one tip because, and I did mention this last time, but I think that there's so much pressure for us to spend every single moment we can with our friends or doing something or like, you know, taking advantage of every last moment because it is your last time in college. But I think you can get really lost if you don't spend time alone because it's like you're gonna drain yourself out if you don't take care of yourself, you know, and then like you can't actually enjoy those moments because like me personally, if I don't take care of myself, I get really anxious. So then I would just be hanging out with you, but I'd be anxious, which is not fun, you know. So I think that people need to prioritize spending some time alone. Also, I feel like for me too, it forces me to like be one with my thoughts and like accept the fact that I'm graduating versus like kind of like ignore it because I'm like with my friends and enjoying my time and doing these activities and
I totally agree. I think you bring out like many good points here. Yeah, because the first thing is like being able to process these emotions. A lot of people are like, some people are like, I want to feel sad, I want to feel like, you know, there's so many emotions they're feeling, but or like they haven't felt it yet, like they're like it hasn't hit me yet, the graduation hasn't hit me yet, you know. And one of the reasons is because they haven't had the time to like stop and pause and like think about it. So I think alone time would help a lot with that, you know.
And also, well, I don't want to give like another tip, but like sometimes if
go ahead, it's okay, give more tips.
Oh, thanks. Okay. If you're like sad and you can't cry though, sometimes it's just like it goes back to like listening to sad music or like maybe watching a sad movie.
Yeah.
Like, just embrace the feels. Because I feel like when I embrace it, I feel better. And then when I ignore it, it just piles up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you're just gonna like explode at some point.
Like, I've already like had small explosions lately.
Yeah.
Crying.
What other kind of explosions are we talking about here? Sorry guys.
TMI.
TMI.
Hi, Mom.
Okay. Next section, which is under the emotional self-care, but about social and relational self-care. But I have a prompt.
Okay.
Prompt is that, so this is the question that I was the well-being chair of my high school. There was like a council, well-being council. Fun fact.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Of course you were.
We would have election for like reps, house reps. And one of the questions I remember I asked them was like, if you had to sacrifice one thing, sleep,
okay,
academics, or social life, what?
Oh my God, that's
be?
so easy.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, actually, damn, I'm between two. One, two, three.
Ta-da! Oh my gosh! Wait. You know? Okay, sorry. Okay, I would give up social first, and then academics, and then sleep.
And I said I would give up academics first, social, and then sleep.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I was actually going to do academics first.
Yeah.
Well. Like, if you look at my paper behind, actually.
Yeah, I was between that too.
Yeah, because it's a hard decision. Like I put academics first. Whatever. Yeah, here, academics first. But then I was like, oh no, let me think again.
I wasn't thinking pragmatically, because I think like I was thinking more just like mental health wise.
Yes. So,
but pragmatically, I would not give up academics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was I was thinking more pragmatically.
Okay.
Like I was thinking more like in general, if all of them had the like same consequence, same impact, then I would probably do like, academics first. But I was like, I'm in school right now.
Yeah.
I'm in college right now, and like not doing my academics has a consequence,
Yeah, I was not thinking like that.
So that's what I thought, and then I swapped.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I would have totally put like academics first, and then I'm honestly guilty of that. I've done that in the past. In my high school, I was actually like academics was my top priority. And like, coming to college, I felt like I was prioritizing social a little bit too much, and then I'm still fine though. Like, I'm not like, I don't have a 4.0, but I'm doing.
No one needs a 4.0.
I would say I'm doing pretty well academically. So, but still, like, I was I was prioritizing my social a little more. But then I was like, wait, there's consequences of not prioritizing academics, right? Sleep, like, I think is the most important. I cannot function without sleep.
Me too.
And without sleep, I wouldn't be able to do my social. I wouldn't be able to do my academics. Nothing. So that's why sleep is definitely not negotiable, and it's the most important. Ideally, in our life, I think we should have a balance of all, and we should not have to like sacrifice one thing or another. But the question was like, if you really, really have to sacrifice one thing,
Yeah, I thought very much less pragmatically.
Yeah, Gabby.
I was thinking more. My head went like, what would be the best for my mental health? Honestly, my mind was like, well, if I don't have school, I can still learn from people. Like, that's where my mind went. But I have to say, if I were thinking more realistically, I wouldn't sacrifice academics first. So social life, I think that's important, just because like we're as human beings, like we're made to talk to others. I was like, you just like need to be surrounded by people. And I guess like when I was doing this, I was like, I was okay sacrificing academics over social life, because I was like, the more I spend time with people, the more I learn from them, and everybody comes from a different background, knows different things. So it's like, what if I befriend a scientist? They can just teach me science. Like see, that's where my brain went.
Yeah, free tuition. You don't have to pay
Exactly,
tuition.
and it's free. So basically what I'm saying is sacrifice academics and befriend scientists.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. And then
Just kidding, don't do that.
And then I totally agree with Dutchin.
Yeah.
I think sleep is so important. I know that if, like you said, if I don't get enough sleep, I can't function. And then it kind of goes back to like how I said, if you don't take care of yourself, You're not going to enjoy spending time with like people.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get enough sleep, you're not going to be able to live your life and actually enjoy it, because your body is going to go through emotional and physical difficulties. I personally get really anxious if I don't sleep enough. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll wake up after I don't sleep and I'm like, oh, I know I'm going to be anxious today.
So going more into like the graduating senior theme, obviously we have spent so much time in our college time getting to know people. We have made a lot of social relationships with people, and now it's time to like say goodbye. And how do you like, what are you doing right now to like process that and deal with that?
I think for me, one thing that's helping me for sure is knowing that, like with my long distance friends, that I've been able to maintain our friendship throughout college, even though we've been long distance. So it like gives me the sense of hope for like after college. Like I'm not scared that I won't be able to talk to them anymore. What's scary is like not knowing the next time you'll see them in person. And then other things I'm telling myself is that everybody's going through the same thing. So like as much as I'm not going to be able to see all of my friends, like they're not either, and we're kind of like learning what it's like to like adult. And like, you know, those TikToks where it's like adulting is knowing that you're going to see each other like in 3 months. It's like looking at your calendar and being like, I won't be able to see you until like December, whatever. That's what this feels like right now, which is crazy, but it's like, I think it's just growing up and like, you know, and the other thing I tell myself is that I've been so grateful to meet all the people that I have met today, and like they've each impacted me so much. And it's true.
She's about to cry.
No,
cry,
stop
cry,
it.
cry.
And I'm excited to meet like more people, because it's not the end, you know. It's just like, wow, I just like met so many cool people, and I'm gonna try and maintain these relationships, and like I'm gonna keep moving forward in my life, and I get to meet even more new people that I love and that are exciting.
Yeah, totally.
What about you?
Yeah, one thing that I have found useful that you can try, everyone can try, is that like I'm trying to make a bucket list of the things that I want to do before I graduate, and but it's more about like things that I want to do with my friends. So for example, today, right before meeting you, I had brunch with one of my friends at the dining hall. And I never go to dining hall because I'm a senior now. But I was like, I want to recreate this moment that we used to, like, this moment. We used to go to dining hall all the time, freshman year, sophomore year. And I kind of wanted to, like, just go just with her, the two of us. And just, like, we used to spend, like, 2 hours there, eat, like, 3 plates of food. So...
Natasha?
Natasha!
Oh!
You guys know Natasha? Yes.
Yeah. I was like, are you talking about Natasha?
Yeah, so Natasha and I, we used to go to the dining hall and spend like so much time. So today I did that, and she's like leaving the country,
Yeah.
So I have like things that I want to do before they leave,
Again, I think you're thinking much more pragmatic than me. I'm very much more like existential.
Delulu.
Yeah.
She's like a little bit delulu.
No, I'm not delulu.
Just
I'm just thinking more like emotionally, how am I handling it, and it's by like my mentality around it, whereas you're giving more like action based things.
That's why we balance each other out.
Yeah. Word. Lovely.
But yeah, so
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I have like other things on my list that I want to do. The thing is, like, obviously I'm not trying to stress myself out, but like I have to do this and this and this and that before they leave. But I'm trying to take more control and like do what I can do with this, with like to help me process, to help me like make the most out of my time here. Because I can just go with the flow, that's fine. But sometimes, taking a little bit of control also helps. Other thing that I do, one thing that I do in general is that like sometimes I like to write 3 things that I'm grateful for every day. I have this like gratitude book.
She got me a gratitude book.
Yeah, I got her one too. So I write like 3 things. Sometimes, most of the time, it's more than 3, but I say like at least 3 things that I'm grateful for every day. And what I've done like now, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, like you'll see a pattern of like, oh, this person appears so much in my gratitude journal. Like, then like the other day I let one of my friends like, I was like, yeah, I feel this gratitude and everything is amazing, but I also had to like let them know. You know what I mean? So I've been like, I read like literally read out like every single thing that I've felt grateful for that person.
Oh my god!
Cry.
I'm not gonna cry.
But like so I read it out loud to the person. But it's just like, you know, because time is ending, so you have to like let them know. Doing that too is also a good thing to do, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, another thing I've been doing is like making cards for people.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, like making cards for people. So like I like a staff member that I felt like had an impact on me during my time at my college, or a connection I've made here. So I've been like trying to write cards for them, and like, you know, and that's also like helping me process stuff, and also letting them know that I'm grateful for that and I'm thankful for that. So yeah, those are the things, some of the things I've been doing.
I love writing cards. I like, well, my mom, like growing up, my mom has always been like a big card giver. So I just like grew up like as like, that's been a way to like show our affection for people. And like recently, like Jazzy, like at her thesis, like I wanted to write her a card, you know, like I just like think like doing small actions like that, like people, it means a lot to people.
Yeah, exactly.
And tell them how you feel.
Yeah.
I will say one thing is like, don't feel like you have to make these like massive, thank you. Don't feel like you have to make like these massive plans, because I think it's the most important thing is to be able to like be present. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're like, oh, we're gonna have this amazing super day, and I'm like, this is so cheesy, but for me, I'm like, I don't care what we do as long as we're together. Okay, that was so cheesy.
That's cute. That's really cute.
But that's true.
Yeah. You just want the company, you know. That's all you need. She's not like fancy and all.
Oh, sometimes.
Most of the times. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. For the last topic, we are going to talk about
drum roll.
Physical.
Yay!
Physical
self-care.
Okay.
It's okay, I got you.
Thanks. So, this time I'm asking Dutchin the question. Hi Dutchin, thank you for joining me today. Can you write down your current go-to physical self-care activity?
Okay. What are you writing? You're writing so many things.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
Of course it's walks.
Yeah, what else would mine be? Of course yours is rock climbing.
Yeah, this is me.
What is that?
This is me on a rock.
Those are really big rocks. They're not that big.
Yeah. So
obviously, my followers know I love my walks.
She does.
Like, cause number one, you can walk anywhere if you live in a good place. It's just right there for you. It's getting nicer outside, and it just like is so peaceful. My favorite thing is walking and listening to music. I was in a really bad mood this morning.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
You walked.
Yeah. And
listen to music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
cried.
No, and then my life changed. No, but for real, that's my number one. So you can share your number one, and then we can give more stuff that we do.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've just been doing rock climbing because I got into rock climbing like last year, and
she's really good.
I'm okay.
She's really good.
So yeah, it's just been like nice as well because I have a team that I go with, so it's like also a social activity, you know. But anyway, so yeah, it's been like really good to move my body, and yeah, usually I like to like balance it out with, because rock climbing is a lot upper body. Yeah. I would like to like, you know, I do like some strength training in the gym, or like try to get some cardio in by walking or just like running. Although I have been getting more into running because it's getting warmer. I've been like, I haven't run in ages, but I just did like 2 runs in the past week, I think, which was pretty impressive. Proud of myself.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. and sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, like this, because there's so many things happening, like final seasons. First of all, like a lot of studios have like thesis, like presentations. So I haven't been able to like really work out every single day, or like do things that I want to do. Like for example, do everything like in a week. But I'm trying to like accept that, yeah, some weeks are just gonna be like that.
Yep.
Some weeks are just gonna be like that. You're not gonna like have time to do all of the activities, all of the physical activities you want to do. Sometimes a week will be like just rock climbing only, and the next week you'll be just running only, things like that. So but yeah, that's been my go-to exercise the past week.
And I think to your point, because I've been having to deal with this a lot lately, it's like listening to your body. Like this morning I was like, I really like, I wish I could go for a run, because I knew that I would feel so good, but my body was like so tired and like weak, and like I like, had to be gentle, so I just went for a walk instead. So you have to listen to like what your body needs that day.
On that point, sorry to interrupt,
no,
but that's exactly what I did too. Like, so I really wanted to like go to the gym, like hit my lower body, like do my lower body exercise, because I haven't done it in a while, and I really, really want to do it. I have been missing the gym, so I really wanted to go today. But yesterday, I did notice, I was like, am I getting a little sick? Like, I was a little congested, so I was like, oh. I mean, I'm not sick, don't worry.
Okay.
But I thought I was like getting a little sick, so I wanted to like, so it's like, do I sleep more? Do I wake up early and go to the gym instead? And I had to prioritize. Ended up sleeping in, which honestly, is taking care of myself, and I gotta prioritize things sometimes.
Doing the like sports that you love doing, moving your favorite way to move your body, do that right now. Every senior, do that. And if you feel like it's impossible, go outside and go for a walk.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, just go outside. It doesn't have to be for an hour. Like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. It's better to do. I literally saw a quote or like a posted on Instagram, and it was like starting in 3 months, starting in a month, starting in 3 weeks, starting in 3 days, starting in 2 days. Just start. Right?
Yeah.
Like just do it. Like
Yeah, exactly. And what's even better is like walk and talk. Walk with your friends.
What do we like to say? Walk it out. That's our favorite saying with Dechen. We like to walk things out.
Yeah, we almost named this podcast.
Fun fact, this podcast was almost going to be called Walk It Out instead of What Now.
Yeah.
And I was going to go on walks with my guests, but then I was like, the production is going to be way too complicated.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because on our walks, we usually talk.
We talk things out.
Yeah, we talk things out. So, but yeah.
Yeah, you kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
For physical activity. Like, for example, I was saying I played tennis with Natasha. Like, that was, like, social, and I was also doing something physical. So, I, like, was, moving my body. But, yeah, I also highly recommend doing yoga or, like, Pilates, like, strength training that's not just, like, lifting weights and doing things like that. Because I personally don't lift weights. Like, that's not my form of exercise. And I'm a dancer. Like, that's who I am. So, like, doing those forms of exercise where it's, like, still strength training, but, like, you connect with your breath a lot, so it really grounds you. That's like the basis of Pilates and of yoga.
Yeah, totally. I think yoga is so good. Oh my gosh, so good. That's a personal goal of mine to like do more of that. I don't do yoga that much. I try to do here and there, but I would love to get more into that. But going into your dance, it just reminded me like I think it's also so good to like engage in some form of art. Like, dancing, poetry, painting, drawing, because first of all, it's good for emotional processing. I actually did a whole presentation on how art therapy helps emotional processing and mental health disorders. So it is very effective.
I'm literally like, I'm going to be playing piano once you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to drop you back and then just play some piano.
Okay. Yeah, see? Learn from her.
No. No, but it's true. Like, it is a physical activity, but like a creative one.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I wanted to get? Like a coloring book.
You should.
Do you have one?
We had the pin by numbers thing.
Oh, yeah. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems like so therapeutic.
Yeah, but honestly, like, anyone can draw. Anyone can. I was like, yeah, I can draw. Oh my gosh,
I can't draw.
I
can draw after I look at a tutorial.
But no. Like, you really have to, like, in art therapy, we say, like, you have to draw from within. So you start, like, draw from within in the sense that you have to, like, really, everyone can really draw. Like, everyone can draw. You just have to, like, draw. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just have to
You
draw.
just have to draw.
Just draw. But yeah, anyway, so that's definitely physical activity. It's very important.
Yeah. Creativity, physical activity that moves your body, and that can also be creative.
Yeah. I mean, the other two that I was thinking about was, like, it's, like, so basic, and you're gonna be like, it's so cliche. It is. You know it. I'm sure you know it, but do you do it? That's the question. One last thing I would also say is, like, don't take things too seriously. You know, don't take life too seriously, and, like, enjoy. I know it's, like, this huge step. Like, next step is, like, oh my gosh, it's, like, a huge decision in my life. What job do I accept? Do I even have a job? Do I even, you know, what do I do with my life? Like, a lot of questions are probably, you know, in your head right now. But I just want to say, like, it's okay, you know, like, just like, do something silly, just laugh and
enjoy the moment,
and yeah,
try to be as present as possible.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, don't avoid those feelings when you're sad.
Yeah.
If you're sad, be sad. If you're happy, be happy. It's an emotional roller coaster, as Dechan said.
It is. Yeah, and celebrate every little things that you have accomplished, right? I think that's so important. Like, you don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I graduated. Yeah, congratulations.
Like, take a second.
Take a second, yeah.
You ever think about how you literally just did 4 years of academics in college?
Exactly.
Like, that's a big deal, no matter what college you go to, and you need to, like, reward yourself for that.
And if you think about like, so many little things that you have accomplished through that, it wasn't just like passing a class or getting a degree. It was navigating life. It was balancing things. It was forming relationships. It was coming out through, like, tough times. It was, I don't know, so many things.
I think give yourself some grace, because, like Dechan's saying, like, you've like grown so much. Like, don't be so fast to, like, move on to the next step just because you're graduating. Like, take a second to just, like, reflect and be like, oh my god, I just did that.
Let's take a second right now.
Okay, I took my second. Take it in. Realize what you've done. Congratulate yourself for how far you've come, and then, you know, then move forward. But don't be so what's next.
Yeah, like, I think about myself freshman year at college, and now senior year. Like, I'm a different person.
I'm so different.
I'm a different person.
So different.
And if you're a freshman watching this, time's gonna fly, and you're gonna be, whatever seems hard right now is gonna be in the past, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, look at me.
Yeah.
You know? Look at you.
No, I get so emo because I think I, like, went through my toughest times in college, and I always say this in the podcast, but I'm like, what I would do to go back and tell myself, like, it's gonna turn out better than you expected. It's like, oh my gosh.
It will always work out.
It will always work out. Even if you don't go in the right direction, that actually leads you to the right direction.
Yeah. Stay strong. Go to therapy if you need.
Ask for help.
Talk to your friends. My friends. This is something that I was gonna talk in the relationship aspect. I forgot. Like, how, like, doesn't matter how hard the time, like, whatever you're going through, if you have a good social support, if you have a good group of friends, you can get through anything, you know. And that's in psychology. Like, as someone who's, like, works in mental health, not me, but, like, someone who works in a mental health professional, they, like, typically look for how strong the social support system is, because that's, like, one of the key factor. And I think it's so, like, so important that you have a good social group. So ditch the academics. Just kidding.
No.
Social.
Find your support systems. Family, professors. Friends.
And talk it out. Cry it out. Walk
it out.
So,
butterfly.
all you can do is your best. All you can do is your best. So if that's what you're doing, that's all you can do. Sometimes your best is 50%. Sometimes your best is 100%. But sometimes your best is 10%, and that's okay. There's nothing else you can do.
Preach. Leave your comments about what your go-to self-care tips have been, especially my soon-to-be graduate seniors.
We're thinking of you.
We're thinking of you. Let us know what else you would want us to talk about, whether it's in the self-care area or other things. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget, one thing you're taking out of this, let this be one thing you're taking out of this. What is it? Cry.
Oh my God.
Please cry, guys. Please. You better be crying by this point of the video.
I think we're more funny than sad, but, sure. And don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and follow me on Spotify. And if you want to talk, reach out to me on Instagram at What Now Podcast. And you can also follow me on TikTok.
Yeah. Thanks for listening,
Thanks
guys.
for listening.
And thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay! Oh.